Alright, what is up, YouTube? It is K-Rod here. I'm back with another good video. I apologize that I wasn't able to finalize my video yesterday, or my live stream technically. I fell asleep and I didn't want to have that up, so oh, let's get right to it, man. Let's talk good old boxing. It's gonna be a damn good couple of weekends of fights. Probably next week, or maybe I don't know. Maybe the week after this week. I'm not too sure. I think UFC's coming up soon. Not too sure. I would have to look at it. I do know that there's a Showtime card coming up next week on Wednesday. But other than that, nothing I could really think of. Alright, let's get right to it, man. TeoFemale Lopez was recently stated by the WBC as the Undisputed Champion. I wanted to make the, response to this and claim that I believe Devin Haney should file a lawsuit if this is something that the WBC is proceeding forward with. To make this very clear, TeoFemale Lopez has been talking all this crap, saying that he's been the undisputed champion for quite some time after quote-unquote beating Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko ever since October of 2020. Despite the fact that Devin Haney is the official WBC lightweight champion of the world, and TeoFemale Lopez has the idiotic nerve to think that he is the WBC champion in the sense of being undisputed, when clearly he doesn't even have, the official belt. He has two belts, one representing the franchise belt and the other one representing a WBC belt with the Top Rank logo. So what does this mean? Is TeoFemale actually lying to his own people, stating that he is the WBC champion? Or does he just think that he is the champion, and the WBC has been lying this whole time, making Teo the champion and Devin not the champion? So you could see the I guess that the racism behind this, because as much as I don't like to bring racial ethnicity into the picture, this is a very good case to call out the racism that is shown from the WBC, as they always been very racist towards Black American fighters, i.e. Deontay Wilder getting cheated by Tyson Fury. So this is now almost turning into a similar situation between TeoFemale Lopez and Devin Haney. The reason why I believe Devin Haney should make a lawsuit over this is because TeoFemale is making boxing a very dangerous institution. Or more so, a dangerous sport. I apologize. But you kind of get what I'm saying here. The WBC is allowing people to cheat in this sport. They're allowing fighters to get away with slick bullshit to avoid their contemporaries. And then, here, we got, the WBC giving out belts to people that don't deserve the fucking belt. So what the hell is going on, man? So, let's just make it clear. Ryan Garcia is a mandatory to Devin Haney. So if TeoFemale is the new WBC champion, what does that make Devin Haney? Is Devin Haney no longer the champion, so he still needs to fight Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna for what? The interim belt that Ryan Garcia has? So now you can see this political corruption that's going on within the WBC, because Mauricio Suleiman is a pathetic idiot. He's a piece of shit. He does not respect the sport of boxing, and he is being he's being a outright liar, and he's being a pathetic piece of shit cheater. So I personally believe Devin Haney needs to file a lawsuit immediately, sue the living shit out of Teo, sue the living shit out of Mauricio Suleiman and the rest of the WBC, and boycott the WBC. Because what's going to happen is that TeoFemale Lopez is going to take advantage of this, And let's just say if he were to move up to every division and he were to, I don't know, just do the same exact thing by requesting a WBC franchise belt to do whatever the hell he wants, and he somehow, reinstated as a new world champion for every division. No. That's outright cheating. And it's fraud, too. So, the thing is that TeoFemale Lopez, he's taking advantage of what he can get by abusing the political power of the WBC, which is obviously legalized by the state. But you kind of get what I'm saying here. If TeoFemale Lopez does not want to fight Devin Haney, for the actual title itself, and he could somehow get away with this, possible corruption of just being called the champion for the WBC without even working hard for it, you can see where this conflict of interest is going to occur. See, now my thoughts is that TeoFemale, you are an absolute retard. You need to stop using every excuse out of the playbook to avoid Devin Haney, and just fight Devin Haney for the effing belt. Which I really hope that he's not going to duck Devin Haney, and he's not going to be chosen as, the WBC, new champion over Devin, because one, that's just pure, political racism in the sense of the WBC doesn't want to respect their own champion, so they're going to strip a current champion that didn't do anything wrong, i.e. Devin Haney, and just somehow give it to TeoFemale Lopez. Nah, man, fuck out of here. TeoFemale Lopez, you did not earn shit. You didn't do anything. You are a email champion, you are a piece of crap, and you are not doing anything good for the sport of boxing, as you are destroying it. So, what TeoFemale needs to do, he needs to grow some effing balls, and he needs to just fight Devin Haney, man. I'm sick and tired of people trying to say that TeoFemale Lopez is better than Devin Haney. Devin Haney cannot fight TeoFemale Lopez. TeoFemale Lopez is way better than him. Devin is the weakest link out of 135. If he's such an easy-ass opponent, then why doesn't he fight him? That is the million-dollar question that TeoFemale Lopez fans don't want to effing answer. But let me ask you this one more time. If TeoFemale Lopez thinks he's better than Devin Haney, why the fuck is TeoFemale Lopez not fighting Devin Haney to shut Devin Haney up? Thank you. You can't have an answer because you're not going to answer it. You're not going to answer it in the comments section. You're not going to answer it to me in real life. And you sure as hell are not going to say to Devin Haney that he's been fighting bums when clearly he wanted to fight Lomachenko when he was Lomachenko's mandatory at 135 while Teofimo Lopez was chasing after Richard Comey for the IBF belt. So before you ever run your mouth about Devin Haney, just know who was there first that got to Lomachenko and got avoided by him. It was Devin Haney. Devin Haney was the very first fighter in line to get ready for Lomachenko as his mandatory. And guess what Lomachenko did? He waved the white flag and surrendered his belt to Devin Haney. Same thing with Canelo Alvarez. Both fighters requested the WBC French fries belt and they basically avoided them. So what the fuck is going on here? Do you see the trend? Teofimo Lopez did the same thing. Hey, Mauricio Suleiman, can I get that franchise belt if I beat Lomachenko? Yeah, sure. Beats Lomachenko, and then boom, he's somehow the new undisputed WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO champion of the world? No. This is pure political corruption. And no matter how you try to slice it, Teofimo Lopez is not a good fighter. You're not a good fighter if you keep avoiding Devin and you make the excuses in the world to try to not fight him. And just say, oh, he better not price himself out because Devin Haney, he's just not that good and I make way more money than him. And somehow, I'm on the A side because I beat Lomachenko. Motherfucker, you made $1.25 million. Devin Haney made $5 million against who? Gamboa. So before you run your mouth on who is the A side, you better check your numbers of when you got paid in your last fight. And TeoFemale Lopez, I swear to God, if you are watching this video, you need to shut the hell up. You are economically illiterate. You have, like, literally the dumbest fucking brain on earth. And 3, your father is the most retarded, idiotic, piece of crap individual on earth for not being a man and say, you know what, we gotta fight Devin Haney next. Instead of making up all these excuses to say, oh, we're going to try out for Kambosos and then we're gonna fight Devin. No, fight Devin now. Kambosos, he can wait, I'm sorry for Kambosos, having to train down in Florida, but nah, fucking get this fight made between you and Devin, and then, the new champion can fight Kambosos as their mandatory. So I think that makes, all the best sense in the world. And TeoFemale Lopez, after what you said about Deontay Wilder, I have zero respect for you. You are the biggest piece of shit douchebag on earth. And I swear to God, if you said the same things to Deontay Wilder, I swear to fucking God, I really hope Deontay Wilder breaks every fucking jaw in your mouth. Like, literally, breaks the living crap out of your face, because you are a racist piece of shit motherfucker. I don't care how you try to say, oh, nah, man, I care about Deontay, but look, nobody don't give a fuck about him, and blah, 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 but I'm just keeping it real. Like, no, you're not keeping it real. You're doing it because you hate Deontay. You don't give a fuck about him because you back behind Fury, like the rest of them. You are part of the problem. You are a racist piece of shit individual. No matter how you try to make yourself not racist, and I'm not trying to sound like an SJW, I'm actually just speaking out of pure observation of what Teo's been doing. He called Deontay Wilder a bitch. He said Devin Haney is an email champion. He says Devin Haney is not on my level, when clearly Devin Haney, he's been on your level ever since day one. You don't even make a mention about Devin Haney. You don't make the fact that Devin Haney, he been wanted to fucking fight you. And then you talk shit about him. You shit on his father. You shit on his skills and what he's been doing. And then you say that Devin has to prove to me if he wants to get to me. What the fuck does he have to prove? Prove to you. He doesn't have to prove anything to you. He is the champion, and you are the champion. Fight him. But you want to know why he doesn't want to fight him? It's the same thing what Bob Arum said about, fucking Vasyl Lomachenko versus, Gervonta Davis. He did not want, Lomachenko to fight Gervonta for the mere fact that Gervonta, he was very skilled, and he had, all the calibers to give Lomachenko issue. And, it was funny because, Gervonta, he said he wasn't ready against Lomachenko, so Lomachenko, the fans were saying that Gervonta ducked Loma, which, I mean, if that has clarity to it, fine, but I don't think so. It seems like Gervonta, he wanted to get ready against Lomachenko, but when he was ready, he took a very long time to actually get ready for Lomachenko. So he set his eyes towards other fighters down the path. But I mean, if he were to fight Lomachenko first out of the whole bunch, then Teofimo Lopez wouldn't have been he wouldn't have been a unified champion by now. He would have had to go through Tank Davis in order to get that. In order to get those belts. So either way, I don't think Teofimo Lopez is a man of his word. He is not. He's not the fighter that people say he is when he tries to make up all the excuses to fight Devin, but then you say you want to fight, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, but not Devin? Why? So, either way, I really hope Devin Haney, he could file a lawsuit against Teofimo Lopez if this is becoming an illegal, fraudulent activity by the WBC. Either way, I just want to see this damn fight happen. I want to see Devin beat the living crap out of Teofimo and make him embarrassed, and he will never come back to the sport of boxing because he does not deserve to run his mouth and act like he's a hotshot when you haven't even fought tough tier competition. Most of your opponents that you've knocked out came off of hard losses, and the people that you struggled to knock out got knocked out by Gervonta Davis, and therefore you couldn't knock him out. So therefore, it doesn't matter. TeoFemale Lopez sucks, and let's just make this damn fight happen, because I want to see Devin Haney obliterate TeoFemale Lopez. I'm not trying to act like a fanboy. I'm just keeping it real, and I just want to make these fights happen. So therefore, let's get it going, guys. So that's my video. To hell with TeoFemale Lopez. To hell with cheaters in boxing. And long live Devin Haney. And long live, all the true warriors of the sport. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much, and goodbye.